Hi everyone, my name is Mariama and I'm here to tell you the story of how I came from making $400 a month to clocking $90,000 a year, my first year in sales. And now I lead a six-figure sales team and my current title is director of sales. And this is a career path that I never saw myself in. And there's just so much potential and so much money in this path. And it has so much to do with manifestation. And I always say, like, when it comes to sales, whatever you think is literally like direct manifestation. You can make a sale right then and there if you believe in yourself and you believe that you can do it. Most of my work with my team involves mindset shifting. So from the can to the it's from the can't to the can. So I think also like my story has a lot to do with like how magical life is and how you can find yourself in places if you fully believe in yourself. When I graduated college, I was working for Zara. I was working retail. Before Zara, I was working for Urban Outfitters, and I was with Urban Outfitters for years. And I was in college at that time. So to me, it was like a college job, but I was also older senior. So I worked my way through college. I was living at home. I could not afford to live off campus, and I was making $8.25 an hour at Urban Outfitters. When I got my job at Zara, I was making like $9 an hour, and I thought I was balling. I thought I was making so much money, but I was still living at home. So to me, I had to figure out how I was going to survive. After graduating with my degree, I kind of knew, like in my gut, that I did not want to pursue a career in medicine. I was on the path to be a neurosurgeon. And I just, after shadowing and being in hospitals and being in labs, I knew I didn't want to do any of that. I knew that path was not for me, and I knew it was not going to lead to something that I was going to be happy in. So that summer, I was in between jobs. I had a horrible experience working for someone. I'm not going to go into too much details of that. Someone who basically, like, I would say used me, but I was young and naive. But I ended up interviewing for a company, and it was for a sales role, and it was in medical technology type of industry. And sales is not something that I ever thought about or considered. I mean, that's not, you go to college and you pick a major and you kind of like study that, right? So people were in business, people were in like whatever. There was no sales career. So sales, there's so many different layers within sales. But with this role, I remember just like it was over the phone. And I was just telling people to give me their credit card, and they were just giving me their credit card. And I was like, I'm making this much money just telling people what to do and just like laughing with people. And it was just so fitting within my personality. It was just something that I was like, someone is paying me this much money to do this. And it was like, it was like at moments I was making like $500 to $700 a day. Okay. Like I worked Monday through Friday and I was making bank. Okay. So I was like, I didn't know I could do this. Like, so coming right out of college too. So I was like, okay, this is something new to me. This is something easy to me. I can't believe people make this much money doing something like this. And it was so aligned within my personality too. I never felt more aligned until I pursued, well, I didn't pursue the career in sales. It kind of pursued me, but talking about manifestation and actually like going after things. You don't have to go after anything. Things actually go after you when you focus on your mind and what you want out of life. And that's what I realized like over time too. Even with my team, cultivating them, majority of my work is just like mindset work and trying to get them to put themselves in a place that they see themselves instead of the current place where they are at right now. But I'll have a lot of videos on that, trust me. So it was so aligned for me that after a year of working there, I literally was just like, well, if I'm making this much money doing this, I'm about to sell something else and make more money. And That conversation came up when my manager was like, wow, you're making so much money here. You're going to be here forever. And I literally looked at her and I was just like, I'm about to quit in a month from now. Like, what are you talking about? If I can make this much money sitting here, like twiddling my thumbs and telling people to do what I want them to do, I can make so much more money somewhere else. Because in sales, like it's endless. It's a field where you can go anywhere. Like I know people think about like car salesmen and stuff like that, but no, people are selling technology, people are selling medical devices, people are selling pharmaceuticals. There's so many things that you can sell. And I have friends who are clocking $30,000 a month selling items, you know, but this career path was so aligned to me that he was like, well, a manager position just opened up, you should apply. And I looked at him and I was just like, yeah, okay, like you think I would be promoted to a manager? Like, are you kidding? Like, okay, whatever. So I completely ignored him. And then the next day he comes up and he goes, did you send your resume? Like, did you send us your resume? Did you send HR your resume? And I looked at him and I was like, no, why would I do that? Because the entire management team at the time were white men, and they were middle-aged white men. So I was just like, why would you think I'm not trying to play myself? Like, I'm not doing that. And he was just like, send your resume right now. And I was like, okay, fine. I literally dusted off, looked in my computer, found whatever resume was there. It wasn't even proofread or not anything. And I just sent it to HR. I was like, whatever. And then after interviewing, I didn't know I was actually like being seriously considered until my final interview, which was with the CEO. So I got the job, and my first time leading a team, it was 22 people. So like imagine 26-year-old me. They're like, all these people you're their boss. And I was like, holy crap. But fast forward to that, I'm so aligned within this career path that I was promoted again, that my current title is director. So I never have been in such a role where it felt so right and so fun and so like I keep saying aligned, but basically that's what it is. I never been in anything in my life that felt like it was made for me. Like I feel like if it was a universe of my own creation, I would create a sales job so that I can be in it, so I can have the freedom that I have today, that I can make the money that I have today. And I just feel like it's something that so many people kind of don't know about, and they can make so much money in. I have people on my team that are clocking insane amount of money, and all you're doing is talking on the phone and telling people what to do. And it's all the same skills in every industry of sales that you go in. So you have to start with your mindset, of course, but also just tell people what to do. If you've ever been called magnetic, if someone has always said you had a great personality, if you are someone who can have fun and smile, and even on bad days make it into a good day, then sales might be the right career path for you. And right now, what I want is to kind of expose a lot of people to this industry, because it's something that I didn't know about 10 years ago when I first got into it. And it's something that is so easy. I know, I hate to use that word, but it's something that's so easy. And of course, every job comes with its own stresses. But when it compares to the amount of money that you can make versus the work that you put in, this is a path that can truly change your life. It changed mine. And it's something that I want to get more people in. And I want to educate more people on how to start a career in sales and how to pursue and grow into an industry like this, because it's something that will always need people. I know we live in a world right now where we're worried about AI and everything like that. Human to human interaction is something that cannot be taken away. So a career in sales, if you've ever been thinking about it, considering it, or if this is your first time hearing about something like this, please subscribe. I'll take you on a journey, and it's going to make you some money.